The Battle of Hastings ended with William victorious, but the battle for memory was just beginning. The story of 1066, of Harold's Oath, William's relics, the papal banner of St. Peter, has survived not just through soldiers' blood but through the pen. And like all stories told in ink and memory, the question is never just what happened, but who got to tell it. Many of the sources we rely on were Norman: William of Poitiers, William of Jumièges, Orderic Vitalis. Their works, often commissioned, or at the very least sympathetic to the victor, frame William's actions as righteous, even divinely sanctioned. The English voices, like those in the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle, were fewer, scattered, and often silenced by time, fire, or the weight of conquest. What chance did Harold's memory truly have when so few were left to defend it? But not all Norman chroniclers agreed. Master Wace, born in the early 12th century, wrote a sweeping poetic history of the Conquest, and though Wace was Norman, his voice wavered with a different tone. Skeptical, independent, and occasionally bold enough to say, "I do not know." Wace included a curious version of Harold's Oath, claiming that the relics were hidden beneath a cloth, only revealed after the vow had been sworn. It paints William not just as a warrior of God, but as a cunning orchestrator of divine theatre. Perhaps this honesty displeased his patron. Historian Glenn Burgess noted that Wace abandoned his work, likely replaced at Henry II's command. The implication: even a century later, the memory of 1066 remained politically sensitive. Yet, whether cloaked in bias or not, these chronicles share a pattern: a heavy reliance on Christian symbols, relics, and holy justification. William's spiritual propaganda campaign was meticulous and effective. He began with Harold's Oath on sacred relics. He secured papal sanction, receiving a ring said to contain a hair of St. Peter. He prayed for favourable winds beside the body of St. Valerie. He wore relics at Hastings, and he fought beneath St. Peter's banner. Each step painted his invasion as righteous, his rule as ordained. It was not just military might that carried him to the throne, but the manipulation of faith itself. William could wield relics not because he created their meaning, but because that meaning already existed. In every village, in every shrine, the faithful believed in the sacred power of bone, blood, and cloth. He didn't invent the system, he weaponized it. Even centuries later, historians wrestle with the legacies built on these foundations. Can we separate myth from truth? And if not, does it matter? In the end, William's use of relics, saints, and divine right worked, not only to win England, but to shape how that victory would be remembered. The relics may rest now in silence, but their echoes still reach us. The Norman conquest was not only a clash of armies, but of symbols, stories, and souls. And in that contest, William proved as powerful a theologian as he was a king. So then the music ends.